Hi, and welcome to Chromathud. Chromathud is an independent puzzle game that's been in development for a little while, and it was created by me, Brendan Luchin, and Niels Van Heck. You can find links to all our stuff in the underbar below the video. So what is Chromathud? Chromathud is a puzzle game based around basic addition, where you have a whole bunch of blocks on screen, and all of the blocks have numbers from 1 to 9 on them. And your goal is to select blocks that add up to a target number. So why don't I go in-game and show you it in action. So as you can see, we have multiple game modes, timed mode and endless mode. So timed mode, obviously you play with a time limit, and you only have as much time as you give yourself to get as many points as you can. And endless mode, you play as long as you want, and your goal is to get the highest score you can. So I'm going to play endless mode, and I'm going to start at level 1. So, as I was saying, you have a whole bunch of different blocks on screen, numbered from 1 to 9. And your goal is to select blocks that add up to a target number. So, right now my target number is 2, so I'm just going to select a 2. And now my target number is 4, so I'm going to select a 4. And now it's 1. And now it's 10. So the blocks are numbered from 1 to 9, so obviously 10 is going to require me to select multiple blocks at once. Now, when you're selecting multiple blocks, the blocks don't have to be touching in any way. So I can select this 9 and this 1 to get 10. So now I have 10 again. So what other combination could I do? I'm going to do 6 and 4. Awesome. So now I have 12. Now, 12 can easily be solved with 6 and 6, but there are also other ways to solve it. So I'm going to solve it with a 9 and a 3. And that's the basic of the basic idea of the game. You're just solving for these basic addition problems. But there's a little more to it than just that. At the beginning of the game, you can only select 3 blocks at once. So if you try to select, right now our target is 12. If I tried to select 6 2s, it wouldn't let me because I've already selected 3 blocks. So I can't select any more than that. So you have to try and solve the problem without going over your selection limit. So in this case, it's impossible for me to solve this problem because I've already selected more blocks than I've already selected as many blocks as I can, and I haven't reached the solution. So I'm going to deselect this block and then select this 8 instead. Now you may have noticed that when I deselected that block, it became a dead block. And that means the only way it can be destroyed is by destroying 2 blocks that are adjacent to it at the same time. Now right now my target is only 1, so I don't really have a large enough target that I can do that. So I'm going to get to a target that I can do that with. Oh, 16. Perfect. So now I can select this 5 and this 7 and this 4, and as you saw, the dead block was destroyed. So beyond those 2 simple ideas of the selection limit and selecting blocks and destroying dead blocks, there's also a couple more things. Like, for example, these blocks. These are known as bomb blocks. And basically, whenever you destroy a bomb block, it destroys all of the blocks that are surrounding it at the same time. So, I'm going to get a problem that allows me to use the bomb block. 9. Awesome. So I select this 5 and a 4, and it destroyed all of the blocks that were surrounding it at the same time. The final thing that you can do beyond bomb blocks is grouping blocks. And grouping is when you get 4 or more blocks of the same type together at once. So I'm going to create some groups. So where's a good potential group? These 6s are all a good potential group. So I'm going to make that. So now I have 3 of them, but I need 1 more. So 8 and 1. Maybe get this 6 together with them. 2, 2. Awesome. So I made a group, and now I destroyed it. So whenever you make a group, all of the blocks in the group will be destroyed, and they can be arranged in any pattern. As long as all the blocks are touching, it will work. Those are all the different ideas present in the game. Also, as you continue, your selection limit will increase as well. So if I play for a little while, you notice that my limit just increased from 3 to 4. So now I can select 4 blocks at once. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. And as you keep going, you'll get more and more blocks to select. Eventually you'll get to the point where you can select 9 blocks at once. But it also gets harder over time, because the more problems you solve, the faster the blocks start to move. And on top of that, the higher the number of blocks you can select, the higher your target could be. So if I have the ability to only select 3 blocks at once, the maximum target I can get is 27, because 3 times 9 is 27. But if I get to the point where I can select 6 or 7 blocks at once, then I might have to solve for targets as high as 54 or 63. Now, those may not sound like the hardest numbers to add up to in the world, but when the game starts getting much faster, you have to start thinking on your feet very quickly, and it becomes as much about solving the problem as it is about block management, because if the blocks reach the top of the field, you lose. The final tool that you have at your disposal when playing is the spacebar. And the spacebar allows you to add more blocks to the screen if you feel like you don't have enough or you don't have what you need to solve it. So when I press the spacebar, you can see the blocks get pushed really quickly. And you'll also notice as I get closer, this red area starts blinking to show that I'm in trouble. I might be dying soon. So I'm going to solve a few problems just to get rid of the redness. So that's the basic of the game. If you like it, please head to our website and check it out. You can find a link in the underbar. And check us out on Facebook. It's a pretty fun game, and it can be rather addicting. We are still working to update it, and are currently working on trying to make a version for Xbox Live. So check it out if you have a chance, and have a great day.